Everybody, and welcome back to episode number 4 of our Satisfactory Let's Play series. I'm your host, Samosi, and in today's episode of Satisfactory, you'll notice a distinct lack of the hub, our starter machinery, and the space elevator. Oh boy, where has it gone? Where have we moved it to? Well, stay tuned and you'll be about to find out. Righto, well, first of all, we've got a shrine here. So, as you can see on the radar, I've left a shrine for where we first set up the map. And there's still some materials in here. Stuff that we might need later on, we might not. I'm not sure, I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to leave these little sheds here if you want to see how I did this. There's a tutorial on the channel. Nevertheless, let's get to where the actual base is. In the Explorer. Check it out, guys. I got an Explorer. We've gone through. We built one of these bad boys, and they are cool. Righto, let's chuck some coal in it and go for a drive. Check this out for off-road capability, I tell you what. But so good. So good. Oh, sorry, tree. Oh, there's another tree. Oh, we missed it. Well, as you can see, here's where the base is now. After Facecam Friday, I was a little bit... Well, I guess I had a bit of extra time on my hands, and I was really feeling the itch to play some Satisfactory, so I built this. This is our new starter base area. Woo! Drift. Let's get this thing reversed up into its spot. There we go. Got to make it look pretty, right? So beautiful. So there's a little beacon here saying starter base. So basically it just means all of these little bases around here. So in the future, we'll probably go out that way because... Oh, excuse me. The northern forest and that area has all the nice pure nodes, and this one's not so ideal. But you're probably looking at these buildings and going, hang on a minute. Where on earth are you getting the resources from? Well, that's the unique thing about these buildings. So if you have a look, this is a 2x3 foundation area, right? As you can guess, it's probably a little bit of a hint to what's in here. But check it out. It's our concrete manufacturing plant. So we've got the miner right there. I had to do a little bit of belt clipping through the wall just to make it all fit nicely, but so be it. So yeah, we've got our miner here. We've got our 2 constructors. I've got them both going at 45 a minute, and I've increased this miner a little bit so it produces enough for all of this. So there's that. And I've also got it so that these fill from the bottom up. So the way that I do that is I bring the resources all the way to the top one and then bring them down at the front. And that's how we end up with them stacked up like that. If you guys want to build it, then that's hopefully giving you a little bit of inspiration, because I think it looks really nice. You know, got a pot plant there, we got a bit of concrete on display to show that that's what we build here. Looks really cool. Here's the next big building over here. So what we've got in here is very similar. We've got a 3x3 doing iron ore. There's iron ore there coming into these smelters and producing iron plates in this 3x3. And then there's another one right next to it. It just so happened that these miners line up perfectly. So I've got another miner here on another 3x3 producing rods. So usually you wouldn't need this many smelters for rods, but I've overclocked it for the time being because I'm not missing out by using these power shards at the moment. So now we're producing the 30 iron rods per minute on each of those. And then if we go upstairs, more inspiration. This was clipping slightly, so I couldn't put foundations here. That's why it's placed on this little floating area. I think it still looks nice. Kind of cool. But yeah, same thing. So we've got our rods, as you can see on display here. Oh! Well, I'll show you how I did that now, I guess. So I just grab one of these, chuck that down, grab one of these, and chuck that down. There you go. Rods on display. Rods here. As you can see, we're almost full on the rods. How are the plates doing? Not so great. I've been using a lot of plates for what we're going to do in today's episode, funnily enough. I've got 2 more buildings that I need to show you, though, first, and then we'll get into what I'm going to be building in today's episode. And you might already know by looking at this miner that's just going off into a new area with a bit of extra space. But nevertheless, here is the reinforced. So this is the first micro build I built. So this was the my first attempt at making micro buildings. So this is a 3x3. As you can see, we got the miner in here. I also got the alternative screw blueprint. Luckily enough, I put in 1 hard drive, researched, and got it first try. So really good, really good recipe. As you can see, we got the smelter going into it, producing all the screws we need. And we've got a iron plate over here, producing all the iron plate we need. This guy is only producing 45 because that's all we need. Let's go upstairs into my little balcony area. As you can see, we've got an assembly machine in here, which is a beautiful thing. And then this little splitter stack thing that we've got going on here is actually a way for you to take an output and then almost stack these. So both of these come into this, and this is just bulk storage. So that way I can leave this running for the entirety of my game, basically, because these produce really slowly, obviously. And I can just come through and pick them up out of here in the future. So it'll split them off perfectly. I'll get half in the bottom chest, half in the top chest, and that can obviously backload up through all of that. It's amazing how much you can fit in here. Originally, I had another 2 storage chests right here, but I thought that, you know, a nice little balcony would probably be more useful to me because I'm never going to fill up 6 chests or 6 storage containers. Anyway, there's also a little back entrance into it, as you can see. Beautiful little building. We'll go check out the copper, and then I'll show you what we're doing in today's episode. So here's our copper refinery. Over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Copper wire. Beautiful. And we got a pseudo swoop thing. Craziness. Anyway, let's come up here, have a look. This one doesn't have a downstairs, it's all just upstairs. And this is a little bit of weirdness here that I had to make happen because of these cables. I needed an extra constructor. But yeah, as you can see, we're producing cables here. We've got the copper wire here, here, and here. And then hopefully I can drop downstairs and show you downstairs. It's just 4 smelters on half. I tried to fit 2 smelters, but it ended up taking the same amount of space anyway. So I thought, well, I may as well just put 4 in and half their power output. We've got all these constructors producing wire. Just happy days. And yeah, obviously here's the miner here. In the future, I'm going to try and get more out of these nodes, but all the nodes I'm using are just normal nodes anyway, so they're not as useful to an endgame base, realistically, because you're going to want pure nodes for that. So that's why I'm fine just plopping a building down and being like, and done. And then in the future, anyway, if for whatever reason we do end up needing the resources, we can always just chuck a splitter on them and take the resources out of the building like so. Because obviously this will be full, so it won't matter. It'll just come straight out. So, happy days. That is the new starter base. Oh, and I moved the base elevator here. The reason being that it's like clipped into the dirt is because I couldn't use this area anyway because it's got all these feral, smelly plants. So I figured if I put the space elevator here, it pretty much uses the most amount of space possible in the least amount of usable space, if that makes sense. And it sort of covers up this god-awful looking fart candy. But whatever. Righty, whoa. Oh, jeez, so much. I've done so much progress. Sorry, guys. I'm forgetting how much I've really done. We've also got another power plant up there. A bit of a beast power plant, really. I just went through. No need for foundations or anything. I don't see the point for power plants, realistically, to build all the foundations. Like, you just build it once and then never go back there again anyway, so that'll do. Hopefully we can see it. Not really. But anyway, there's all the better. How many we got? 6 on that side and another 6 on that side, so there's 12 coal power plants up. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups, guys. So there's 12 coal power plants up there. One pure coal node just there, and it comes off and it splits down onto this line, which comes along here. It's a little bit of a janky, zippy line to go around the outside of the base. And this is where you're gonna figure out exactly what's going on. So, as you can see, we've got the sulfur node all hooked up here on a miner. It's all powered and everything, ready to roll. And it comes down here. We can get rid of this now too. We don't need it. It was only there for me to get the car up there. So the sulfur comes down, comes along with the coal, along the edge of the map, just to keep it out of the way so I never have to move it again. Not exactly super neat or anything, but I don't think it needs to be, in all honesty. Like, if I was to build a main bus with 3 or 4 belts on it, then I'd go to the hassle, but for this, it's just cruising around the outside of the map. So they end over here. So we've got sulfur, coal, and some iron ore here. What do you reckon we're going to be building in today's episode? Because I think if you said an explosive factory, you'd probably be spot on the money. So, without further ado, I'm going to clear a little bit of land here and chuck down a foundation, and we'll try and get this explosives factory going. I'll be back with you when the foundation's down. Hey guys, after a couple of iterations, I've got something that I can sort of call a manufacturing plant for explosives-ish. I'll show you the dirty secrets first, and then we'll show you the inside. So I've got the sulfur and the coal coming in. Does a little bit of, whoa, nearly died. A bit of janky belt stuff here through the walls, just to get the materials in. I don't like the way it clips here, but, you know, there's not much you can really do about it unless I build a little platform, and I don't really want to do that. So that's how that is. This is all the resources going up to the next floor. The coal and the copper coming through here. Doing a little bit of a weird overlappy thing there as well, but, you know, this happens. Comes over here. Goes into the building, so the coal goes upstairs and a bit of iron also goes upstairs. It comes in, feeds a couple of smelters and goes out. And I will show you the ground floor now that you've seen all the disgusting belts. Here's the ground floor. So we've got 4 assemblers all producing the black powder. Yeah, black powder. And then we've got a constructor for plate, 1 for rod, 2 for wire, and 1 for cable. So this is to make the beacons, because in order to make a obelisk, you need a beacon, which is kind of unfortunate, but, you know, that's how it is. So we've got this floor down here. It's not really running 100% efficiently or anything like that. It's, you know, it's running. Like, I'm not wasting power anywhere, but I'm not sure on the ratios I need quite yet, because we go upstairs where all those resources are going. I don't have any manufacturing plants yet, so we need to get tier 5 to get those. So for the time being, I've just got some storage containers, so all the resources come up through the magic wall into our storage containers, as you can see. So these are all the different resources we're going to need to make the obelisk shells or explosives. There's also this little smelter here because I couldn't really fit it on the floor below. And I figured that this should be enough space for 3 manufacturers. I don't know. I don't know how big they are, so hopefully we can fit 3 in here. Maybe. If not, I might have to, like, just overclock the absolute shenanigans out of one of them. But I don't know. Hopefully it fits. We'll work that out once we get to tier 5, though, so I can manufacture. But for now, I can just come through and pick all of these up, all the stuff we need. All the raw materials, that is, and just handcraft the obelisk shells nice and easy. So that's a plus at least. Yeah, that's the building. There's a few little clipping trees here and there. And I haven't really interior decorated just yet. Like, normally I'll put in some crafting benches just out the front or whatnot, just to make it look a little bit more homely. Yeah, we'll chuck one here too. The explosives are actually really small when you place them down, so I'm not going to bother decorating with the explosives. I might put a... I was going to say a pot plant, but I can't even do that. That's alright. We'll do the decoration later. Not overly important, but nevertheless, we've got all the resources. Oh, I didn't show you previously now I think about it. See if I can get around here without killing myself. Yep. I had to bring in some copper. I didn't realize that we were going to need copper for the plant, so it just comes in from where our original copper node is all the way through up here. That's where the copper comes from. Then obviously the iron comes from just there, the coal and the sulfur come from over there, and everything pipes in, and hopefully it doesn't look too janky. I haven't really taken a good look at it from anywhere yet. I don't know how I built that there. Oh yeah, it looks alright. That's not too bad. Not as intrusive as I thought it'd be, because it's a relatively large, structure. I thought it might look a little bit janky, but no, it looks pretty good. All the conveyor mess is hidden by that rock face. Looks good. Happy with that. Well, I might have a look at how long I've been recording for, and we'll work out whether I'm going to continue on with another project or not. And then I'll be right back with you. See you in a bit. It's only been 15 minutes or so. We've got time. But yeah, I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about the brand new starter factory, I guess. The starter base area, because I think it looks really nice, honestly. Got the manta ray that flies through here. Hopefully he doesn't clip the... He does not. Fantastic. But yeah, you got copper. Oh, beautiful. Also, in the future... Donk donk. Woo, future. This, I guess, cereal bowl, whatever this is going to be where I build my racetrack with the foundations. So I'm going to make a foundation racetrack through here. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to be pretty cool. So get keen for that. This is exactly where the racetrack's going to be. It's right next to the base. You can just come down here and racetrack. Yep, because I don't want it floating up in the sky, and I figured this bowl is the perfect place for a racetrack. So that's going to happen, which I'm pretty keen for. We've got some explosives that needs to be done. For sure needs to be done. Manufacturing that needs to be done. We need to build a plant for modular frames as well as a plant for motors, which means that we're going to need... Apparently that used all of its fuel just sitting there. Fantastic. Which means we're going to need a steel plant as well. So I'm not really sure where we're going to build that just yet. I'm thinking we might go for a trek to get it. Maybe. I don't know. Because obviously that node's pretty pumped as it is. It's got 12 power plants coming off it, and it's also producing the coal for our explosives area. So don't think we can really use much more of that pure node there. I guess we could possibly come out to woo, jumps. Mad jumps. Oh, what about this one? Yeah, buddy. Love this car. This car is so good. We could possibly ship in some coal from out Whoop Whoop. So the other power station we have. It's only a small power station right now, so I could probably get away with transporting some of the coal across. Is probably what I'll do. We also need to grab, well, this iron ore, I guess, in the future, maybe. Oh. I mean, do we? They're not ideal iron nodes. Because that's, obviously, as I'm saying, just the starter area. That's just what I'm going to need to build to get, well, the explosives will be nice, so I can go clear nodes. And I obviously want a rifle if I'm going to go exploring around. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we're going to build the next base. We've also got, this guy right here. So we can bring that up for the coal, which will do us for steel, hopefully. We've also got Caterium over here that I need to bring over to the starter base. It's just over there. We need to blow up the rocks first, obviously, but then we need to track it all the way across with the coal. I don't think it's too far or unreasonable to run a conveyor belt all the way over to the starter base from there, so I'll probably get that done. And then call the... oh man, rocks. And then call the episode with that. Maybe? How far is that? Well, let's not drive into the pit. Whoop. This car is so good though. I also need to find some coal for this car because I want to keep fueling it up. And it's running on biomass at the moment, which isn't ideal. No, get the wheel up. Yeah. Yeah, pretty keen. Yeah, okay. I'm going to make a cut here. I'm going to go and get the Caterium, the coal, and I'll probably leave the iron there. I don't think I'm going to need it. So I'll run a belt for the Caterium and the coal back to base, and then I'll be back with you. Thought I'd bring you back for some super sweet explosives action. Righto, where are we? Yes. So long, Rocky boys. I'm gonna rock your socks off. Time to rock and roll. Oh yeah, we got some more. Not really. Anything else I want to get rid of around here? That should be good enough. Righto, let's detonate it. Rock on, my friends. Look at that. How good is that? Righto. Miner. We should really be using a miner Mark II. I mean, I could afford it. It is going to be necessary later. We'll upgrade it later on. The whole belt's 60 anyway, there's no point. Put you over here. Plug you in. And that should be a caterer more going all the way back. Wicked. So, I've already done it, so there's the power obviously that comes out to it. Belt goes all the way back. And I've also made a few decisions while I was pondering where the series was going, what we were doing in the next episode. So I will let you guys know. Hopefully we don't die from this. Ow. That's a little bit. That's alright. Yo. Drive over there real quick in this handy dandy Super Explorer. Meow. Righto, what do we got? Oh. Sorry, tree. Burp, burp. Oop, I don't want to take you out. So we've got the Caterium coming up there. The coal comes up just there as well. We've decided that we've got those two normal iron nodes just there as well. So I figured we may as well put them to good use, and we're going to make a steel factory here. So for beams and pipes and everything steel related is going to get produced right here in this platform area. We've also got a limestone here to make some encased steel beams, but the problem is that this is a regular impure limestone, so we're going to need another one. But the question is there another one? Yeah, no, see, our other building is the closest. Well, what could we possibly get out of an impure? If we put a... Oh. Can't afford it. Well, 60 is a regular. So to be 60 as a Mark II miner, probably only produce about 100, hey? Maybe. But that's alright. Nevertheless, it's here. So this is going to be the steel production area. And then if we come over here, oh, off-roading. Just to keep the, oh, can we get over this? Come on, four-wheel drive mode. Yeah, buddy. Just to keep the continuity of the factory between what we're building here and that steel here. This is a nice flat-ish area, and I can clear out all these rocks with the obelisks anyway. But yeah, I was thinking this is where we can build our Caterium factory, just right here. So we'll have the Caterium just here, where these trees are, and we'll have the steel just over there. But that's all in the next episode. I'm not sure which one we're going to do. Probably go through the... No! Ah, dang it. Oh, how did we survive that? Oh my goodness. For all of you guys that don't know, if you get out of your vehicle at the last second, it resets your fall damage. So that's how I survived the fall, but... Oh man. Well, geez Louise. What a way to end it, eh? Man, yep. Beautiful. Looks good. Looks good. I'm loving this world right now, hey. Really loving it. Just the way that it looks so nice. Like, all of my previous expeditions have all been about just producing massive factories. And honestly, I think I like these little ones more. Like, they're not as effective, obviously. But they just look better. Like, if you look at that, that's just... It looks like it's got all these levels going on. Yeah, really looks nice. Just in my humble opinion. But you'll need to let me know down in the comments what you reckon. And without further ado, I've got to wrap this... got to wrap this episode up soon before I kill myself in the Explorer. So, if you liked what you saw, make sure that you leave a like. And if you want to see more, then consider subscribing. I've been Some Aussie, and I'll see you next time. Bye!